Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're doing another episode in our legendary campaign for Total War Warhammer, Malekith. Damn, we're going to start off tired too. This is going to be a tough fight, but we got to do it. They kind of threw a curveball at me here. And they are teaming up. If we can contain the dogs, and then just use a lot of cascading fire cloak on Malekith, I think we might be okay. I mean, it would suck to lose the sorceress here. If we lose Malekith, like, we do get him back eventually. It wouldn't be the end of the campaign, but it certainly wouldn't be good. I mean, I have come back and recovered in other campaigns from losing my Legendary Lord. But it's obviously not something that you want to do. It's the sorceress is the big kicker, because she's so strong, and I need her. Man, this campaign's actually proven to be pretty hard. Legendary, so that's kind of cool. Let's see if they're going to come at me here. We might have to make our stand on this hill here. I don't usually like getting on hills and stuff like this, but they're kind of punking me. Coming over here and ganging up on me with, like, multiple groups here. They may not even go for it. We'll see. Alright, they're going for it. Now, a problem with this, though, is if my units run, they're running right off the map, so... I'm gonna make sure I get as many of these shots off as I can in here. The trolls, as always, are public enemy number one. Let's take in. I'm gonna take axes. I don't want to do that. And they're gonna regenerate too, so I don't want to take too many hits here. I'm okay with firing right here, though. I don't think they have any axe throwers. Their axe throwers are over here. That thing does virtually nothing. Probably have to pull that down just so I can actually see my units to micro them. Trolls, get the trolls, get the trolls. And these dudes just do not like to die, huh? I guess they had this high ground or something right now. I'm not really sure why they aren't, That's right, you old punks. What's up? What's up now? Oh, whoa. Jesus, I didn't realize she was that low. I guess those trolls are just like aiming for her. They do like to aim for your characters, it seems, in this a lot more than they used to. Aim for your sorceresses and stuff, which is pretty smart. You gotta pay attention to that macro a little bit more. You actually gonna kill this guy or what? Come on. This guy. Heroic victory, baby. That's pretty good. Yeah, we just had that front line, and yeah, our archers are just the bomb, and our sorceress probably killed a ton again. That overcasted, like, fire drop thing is pretty insane. Like, for huge infantry blobs like that, like low-tier infantry blobs. Burning head plus that just feels like it just evaporates. Huge swarms. God, they're so low, but we get a lot of regeneration here. I do want that replenishment. I need all the replenishment I can get right now. I mean, I want the money, but I really need the replenishment also. Like, these guys got scared and ran off the map, for example. So that's kind of the danger of sitting close. And we did lose these guys also. There goes Recto Gorge, probably, yeah. I do wish that they had the real Norsca in here. I don't know why it's so difficult to implement that into this, but they do just have swarms and swarms of these garbage units though. Whoa, what? Oh, she's killing them. Interesting. So the rebels from up here are coming down here to kill them. That's weird.
I will stay strong.
Of the Witch King.
Bow before your true master.
Well, I need to start getting over here for Quartermaster. I mean, I would really like to get some of this stuff. I mean, that's pretty nice for Shades. 12% extra damage is pretty good. Attack and defense for Executioners would be a pretty good late game. Okay, I got that. Oh, she's got Dark Pegasus now. A lot of speed. Decent charge, better charge bonus. Doesn't go berserk, that's pretty key. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Dark Pegasus.
No, not for you, imbecile. This world will be mine. Witch King.
I need these Corsairs. Yeah, I think I might just chill here for a turn. God. How does he already have all that back? Oh, he dashed from here up there, so that's what he has. He's got a bunch of trolls. There's gonna be another rebellion over here soon. I mean, I could just go ahead and clean those guys up. That'd be an easy one. Actually, it would not be. Why? Is it if you dashed last turn, you only have half movement? The current turn? Is that kind of the new system?
Favored of the Witch King.
Oh, I can double team these guys. Sure. Give her some experience.
Dreadlord, awaiting command. For Kane! For Nagaroth! For victory! Make their deaths painful. They belong to me now. Let them go this time. Put them in chains. More slaves are required.
2 to 1. I think.
They belong to me now. Kill the captains
over time.
immediately.
I guess we'll go for the slaves. We got a lot of freestanding cash right now. It's not a very. That's not an amazing rate on the slaves, but.
Feared warrior.
Ah, yes.
I am the Witch King.
Dread commander.
Cease your provocations.
It's gonna give me 12 exotic animal cages. I don't. How much am I trading? I'm probably not trading any of them right now, right? 28, 40. Yeah, I mean, I could get rid of the other one at some point. Let me check the diplomacy and just see if they're interested in anything.
You stand before the Black Court. What would you require? Denied.
I mean, they like it because we're killing. Maybe not. They're not the ones that wanted us to kill all the Norsca people. That was the other one that got killed by Norsca. Definitely upgrade that. Those. We can't hire a Canite yet. Guess it's 1 turn away. I'm building sorceress stuff too, right? Where's... Okay, that's her. Alright.
Weakness cannot be tolerated.
Here, we're just gonna wait until the tier 4. Public orders getting a little rough. Okay, so it was 1 for like 190, and now it's 3 for 313. This is a terrible rate. What? I did 10 for 700. Why is it so awful? Is it like a certain percentage of your max slaves or something? I don't understand why this place sucks so much. Like, why am I losing 8% per turn? And this is such a terrible payout rate. Okay, whatever.
Favored of the Witch King.
I need to be able to recruit this turn.
Very well.
Okay. A couple of those. Give me a decent front line, and then... Yeah. How many assassins do I get? Just 1 or 2 off this building?
The people grow restless.
Okay, I get 2. And I get another Death Hag. Okay. And Untainted plus 9. That's actually kind of useful for now. Okay, so I can do 1 Canine Assassin for each one, so I'll just hire
Beyond's defeat.
2 Shades here. Leave room for an Assassin. You're pretty good. That'll give us a 6 front line. It's alright. That's a lot of range, but these guys double up as melee, so I can go into melee combat if I need to with them. I need to get that Lasher upgrade probably pretty soon. The 3 things to give the 12% damage and the 8% melee defense. They could actually go in and be decent little fighters. They wouldn't have a lot of armor, but, you know, that'd put them at like 51 melee defense. They're not going to be getting hit that much. They don't have a ton of weapon strength. Now these do. but they are expensive. How much bonus do they get? 12 versus infantry. Yes, I'd put them up at like 62 melee attack. With 48 weapon damage, that's really high. And they don't have a lot of armor, but that's really nice. I mean, it takes 2 turns for those.
is victorious.
I don't know what dual weapons does. I mean, bonus versus infantry 8. They are more expensive, but we'll see. I might switch to those later in the game. I do want a War Hydra as well, but that's a few turns off. That's still like... War Hydra's probably 2 or 3 turns to build. Okay, I think I'm going to hold on to my growth and use it in the core capital. Okay, so that's all good. That's all good.
Master of cruelty.
Yeah, we'll just come down with her and kill this.
Carnage and bloodshed await. Crushing victory. Put them in chains. Weakness has no place here.
Just take the cash.
Power grows. Cruel dreadlord.
Bloodthirsty fiend. All shall kneel before me.
Trying to think. So, what are they? What's the most annoying thing they can do is start backdooring all these cities, probably. How much more am I hiring? I'm hiring 4, so that's gonna put me almost in the red.
Noble of Nagor.
The 16 stacks should be enough to go kill all of them. I don't need anything like super extreme, especially once I get the sorceress and the assassin. What's the fastest way to get over here? Okay, that way. Okay.
Going now.
The Druki are restless.
Yeah, I could put a hag. I could put a hag, an assassin, and a sorceress with him, and that'll be fine. That'd be another 1,000 gold, but that'll be a good, well-rounded unit there. I should be able to just sweep up here and kill all that crap. What do we want here? Slave pens and slave markets. It's not awful. Slaves, 10%. Captured. Okay, so I could start going into these upgrades. I care about those. It's decent. I mean, minus 5% is not a huge amount. It's okay. Plus 5 melee attack for lords. Pretty good. And that stuff's pretty good, but it's gonna take a lot longer to learn that stuff. Okay, so I think I'm better off just getting some of this stuff over here. It's cheaper. This one strikes me as pretty nice. mean, I would like to get to this, though. Just for that black heart growth. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's just get to this, at least. For that last little bit of growth. What else? What else? Okay, we're hanging out on that one. Where's it? It's gonna be another provincial. God, can I even leave this area? I mean, I have to. I guess he's gonna have to come over here and kill this rebellion again. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is like permanent. I'm just stuck.
Favored of the Witch King.
I mean, I guess I can hold off a little bit and then just come back every few turns and kill the rebellion once they start sieging me. Yeah, I've got to stop this guy because I cannot let him backdoor and start getting all this stuff. What all do we have here? It's fine. Okay, just do it. You guys start making some forward progress. There's just so many rebellions. You just get stuck. It's just public order is so terrible on Legendary. And they are, they're just coming at me from several angles. Oh, nice.
Bow before your true master.
Huh. Really?
Heir of an heirloom.
Y'all think you can just sit right there and raid me, huh? Is this like a trap? I think I can beat him even if it is a trap.
No, I think not.
The people are displeased. No.
God bless. Is this seriously what's going to go on? It's going to be a little ring around the rosy here. Pieces of garbage.
No, stop.
Go on.
Can I beat him even if I'm tired?
Beyond your comprehension.
I don't have a sorceress. I'm going to be out of Black Arc range too. That place is so annoying too, because it takes freaking 3 more turns to level this back up.
Cruel dreadlord.
You cannot hold us. I must not fail.
The back door is real. Okay, well, let's go ahead and fight these guys. Okay, they're trying to just face up on me? What? I mean, I'll fight it. It's 20 on 19.
For me or die. Come trooping to battle.
I mean, sure, I'll fight it. They have a lot of trolls. It looks kind of even. 20 on 20. I mean, I obviously think I'm going to win, but they do have a couple of chariots. Like, if they were real Norsca with mammoths and Famir Bale Fiends and stuff like that, I feel like this could potentially be pretty dang scary. I mean, I'll go back and replay the Dark Elves at some point. Once they get the new Norsca and new factions and stuff like that. Wait, I didn't realize these guys could Vanguard deploy. It's pretty cool, actually. They have dogs, trolls. Do have a little bit of extra range, not a lot. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and start firing on him right off the bat.
Lord of Nagara.
Merciless warriors. Destroy! To slaughter!
Malekith comes.
Hey, thanks for the sub, appreciate it.
Nagarothi! Chains! Suffering for all!
Kada! Death awaits! The true king, Malekith.
She didn't kill a single unit? What? How does that work? No, I could have used that too. I forgot about it. That's pretty cool, actually. That's good enough, whatever. Alright, so I did a little damage, little damage. I wish we'd killed more of those trolls, but they run away really quickly a lot of times. It's tough to kill them. Oh, Sirtha was back on a horse. No, we didn't get to kill him.
Victory is mine.
And we just can't handle any more slaves. The public order is just out of control until I get these provinces back under control.
Gifts from Cain.
Seeking entertainment.
I think I can hit the town in one turn here.
My cruelty knows no limits.
I haven't seen Flamestorm, but wow, it lasts for 54 seconds? That's insane. Wow, holy crap, that lasts forever. On a siege, that would actually probably be pretty good. You just let it loose inside their town, and I mean, it's just gonna last forever, burn everybody out. This fire stuff's pretty beast. I use this all the time. I do like the fire cloak though. That's very nice for 3. That's very nice with such a low cooldown. That's just a really sweet spell to put on like a Lord or a Hydra or just whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this though. The extra magic's very nice. Yeah, I mean almost everything. There's not really anything that's useful or useless here. Almost all this stuff could have its uses, and that's rare in a magic tree. Like I want to cast almost all of them. The one exception might be this. I'm just not sure about Flamestorm. But everything else is, like, legit. Like, I want to be casting that.
Look on me and cower.
I get that level 10. It's getting close, but not until I get to this 10. Okay. Yeah, I still think just go in defense, because I feel like she's going to have a lot of armor here and be less offensive inclined. I don't really know what these buffs are going to do. We'll see, but I suspect she's going to turn into like a tank kind of thing. So we're going to go for defense. Make sure I can do this. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's see. So he's out of the picture, I think. Got to face all the Marauders. They're just trolling. I mean, maybe that's the only building they have here. Yeah, Marauder, Horseman, and Chariot. They just don't... I mean, they just can't recruit the ground guys anymore. So I guess that's a good excuse to build all that. They just don't have the building to kill the other stuff because this is the only town they have in the province. God, they just keep coming. I'm pretty sure we can take all of that. Now here's the thing. I could lightning strike this. Cut off these reinforcements. These two, I would still have these two, so that means I wouldn't fight this other army. Or do I just want to fight them? I think it's probably hubris to want to fight them. I mean, I think we could beat them. It would help me destroy this other army, though. To weaken them. So they couldn't hit me back next turn. Because in theory, like, the little 7 top down there could get 10 units and run up here, and then this unit, that unit, and this other one could all attack me at once. So maybe I do just want to fight him right now. Fight him now or fight him later. I guess, whatever. We'll lightning strike it for now. How are we looking on time? Let me see how we're looking on time. Okay, yeah, we have time for this one. This will probably be the last thing of the turn. Okay, let's just fight him. God, that other unit is going to start backdooring, and they're going to get at least one town, maybe more than one. God, it's so frustrating. But we are leveling up these units. We are slowly getting a little more cash. Building up our slave base. We're leveling up. I mean, we are kind of making progress. We're just not making as much geographical progress as I would like right now. But
Sister of the Dark Convent, get her!
and these guys do not have shields, which is annoying. Now these also do not have shields. I don't have the upgrade one of the shields, so they're actually going to take quite a bit of heat from the axe throwers. Actually, I'll put him here, and then I want to put 3. I want to have the shades separate because the shades actually can go into hand-to-hand combat with them if they want to. Actually, I could go ahead and throw this on all my units here. So they all get the extra 25% damage.
warriors. By your command.
Eager.
Onwards to murder.
Bow and bow.
Is it a fail? It's a fail. Took too long. She was too far away. Alright, get him.
No mercy.
Alright, we got him. Yeah, missile cav get slaughtered by missile infantry most of the time. Just much higher numbers on the missile infantry, I think. I mean, I don't know. It's just that's how it is every faction, basically. Missile infantry just counters missile cav really hard. Like faster rates of fire, just more units that actually fire.
Victory is
These axe throwers do pretty decent damage. I mean, but they're shorter range also, so that's the thing too.
the victor, the spoils.
Yeah, I'd really like to try to not get so tempting. I don't need the money though. I need this to be, I guess it's going to be tier 2, which is annoying, but
Swell my coffers.
so tempting, but I really don't want that rebellion. I might get a rebellion anyways. I don't remember what I was at. If I'm going to get a rebellion anyways, I should just do this, but really don't need more slaves though. I guess money's good, but
Swell my coffers.
whatever. Let's do normal occupy.
Bloody slaughter awaits.
Huh. Okay, for Word of Pain. Okay, if I decide to go with a Dart Caster, that'd be pretty good.
Malekith, king of Nabroth.
+5 leadership to everybody is actually not bad, but... And the leadership size is a lot higher. That's actually not awful. But I think there are other things that I want. What does Word of Pain do? That's only on single target though, I think, right? Gosh, just single target. Yeah, minor magical damage. Doesn't seem like it does a lot. I just looked at that one. And he already has that for free. That's actually kind of a cool spell. It's pretty fast moving, and that could kill my own things. I'd rather have Burning Head. Just things that I can control a little bit more. Doombolt. I mean, that is sweet. Soul Stealer is definitely sweet. But it's very expensive, long cooldown, and everything else just doesn't look that impressive. Dark magic, we got fire magic. What's the other options? I do have to hire a sorceress this turn. We'll go ahead and finish up this turn.
You cannot hold us.
Yeah. So what are our options? We have fire, dark, shadows. Have they changed anything about this? Okay, dinky little single target. It does slow their speed now, which is kind of cool. Decent, but only single target debuff. Overcast, but it's expensive just for an armor debuff. I mean, that looks strong. Massive magical damage. Man, it looks like it does some pretty big damage. %40 armor piercing and 40% weapon damage. I mean, that's good. Huh. Well, I don't know. Okay, so this is kind of a bust. It's not really that great. That's okay, but it's not that great. That's okay, but it's not that great. This has decent wind spell, good magic damage, kind of expensive. Excellent buff on units. This is like better for late game units like Hagganath Executioners. Probably. Pit of Shades is nice, sort of single target stationary damage. But if we look at fire, we've got Fire Cloak. This is awesome. Very cheap ability. It just lets one of your units just face tank on a really pretty low cooldown too, especially after the upgrade. So that's great to put on, you know, a Hydra, Lord, a hero. Great utility, great cost. Nice little cheap ability. Fireball's pretty trash. I mean, it is cheap. It might be okay to like fire at dragons or something. This is very nice because this can apply to. First of all, it's very cheap and it's 25% more damage, but it also is 25% more missile damage and adds fire, which is an additional 22% damage because the passive for it makes all of your fire damage deal 22% more. So really, that's like almost 30% damage or so, I think. Might even be more than that. It might be closer to 47, depending on how it stacks. That's really good. Excellent wind spell here. Has huge range. It can hit entire infantry lines. It also causes a leadership debuff. It's not great against armor. That's something to consider. Now that seems to do a lot of damage and has a huge strike area when you upgrade it. Pretty reasonable cost, and I haven't tried this yet. This is kind of just a random, like, ton of damage. Probably won't use it very much. So I don't know. It looks like Shadows might be better against armor, though. So like, maybe against really heavy late game stuff. I'm pretty sure this says good against armor. That's obviously good against armor. It has extra armor piercing damage. Then this is massive magical. Pretty small range, but it's just so expensive. Like, all of their good spells are very expensive, so I can't cast them all. Whereas, like, Cascading Fire Cloak is cheap. The weapon upgrade is pretty cheap. I think fire is just the way to go. Immune to Psych's pretty good. But once she gets on fear-causing units, that's... like, terror-causing units, that's not going to matter. Okay. It's going to get expensive hiring a lot of these heroes, but I need them.
The people grow restless.
Level 2. It's annoying. Was that the right call? Yeah, I can hold it off for a couple turns. Gold pit, 100%. Yeah, I really would have liked to have had this. But there's just no way I'll be able to get to tier 5 for that. Plus 3 for... It is what it is. Gold pit, definitely. This... I need to get public order going. I hate to get rid of that. I like to be able to recruit shades here. I don't have that in my other place. Are these even worth?
I am the Witch King.
I mean, it would be nice to have things that can flank around and get into the back, but I just don't think it's just not worth it. They're not important enough to do that. I'd rather just have public order, probably. Public order, I think. Conquest difficulty, corruption, eventual instability. Okay, I think that's all good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with Elven healing. Like, I do have a lot of healing, but I could get even more. I think. I mean, we need to plan this out, actually. Let me see here. We only have 6 more points. No, let's say 7 more points. Bust out the fingers there. I already have a lot of healing. I'm not sure, because they do have a pretty good, like, diversity of units that are all strong. We're not going to have a lot of those. We will probably have at least a couple of Blackguard and Nagarond. Cold One Knights. We'll probably run some Cold One Knights. I mean, maybe like 4 or 5. I try to think of how many of each type of unit am I likely to run, and kind of like with an in-game build. Let's just ammo and reload. It's decent. I mean, the Dark Shards are good, but I do want to upgrade and eventually get to Shades. I'm not going to use Dark Riders most likely, so this is just for Shades. Having extra melee defense. I know I'm going to switch my front line eventually up to get these Hagganath Executioners, I think. I mean, I don't get a discount on the Bleak Swords. Or the Blackheart Corsairs. Let me look and see real quickly. So 300, they have Murderous Mastery. So they have the red version. Which is a lot stronger. They are a lot slower. 31 speed versus these guys have 40. They have 80 armor. They do not have heavy penetration at all, so they don't do so hot against armor at all. 7 versus infantry, so they go to 43-35 with no piercing. It's a 14 versus infantry, so they go up to 52-56 with Murderous Mastery, and they have a ton of piercing, higher armor, higher leadership. They are twice as much though. Now we are gonna have, so we'll probably have like maybe 2 or 3 of those just to put up against their really hardcore infantry. And then we won't, we get half off of these guys, so it's likely we're gonna use some of them. I mean, they do have good melee attack and defense, like pretty good, and they do have nice pierce, plus 24 against large, so they should crush large units. And just the thing about halberds, if I don't remember if I said that in this campaign or not, is historically they have a very slow attack speed. I don't know if they changed that for this, but they have a very slow attack speed. However, sometimes they could attack at 2 units range, so like 2 rows of them could attack. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'll have to look at it in a battle. But we are certainly going to get some Blackguard of Nagarond because he gets 50% off. And those, I mean, 150 for that, even if it is a slower attack speed, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so I think a number one thing that we want here, or a really high priority thing, is we want Slaughterlord. That's Executioners. I don't know if we're going to use Witch Elves, but we'll use Executioners and Blackguard Nagarond. I wouldn't mind getting to this. How many? Okay, so we only have to put 1 here, and then we get this. This is a pretty... It's like an okay little buff. Only lasts 15 seconds, but nice melee defense and all that good stuff. The extra 5 armor doesn't matter. 12% weapon strength is nice. Blackguard, Executioners, Cold Ones. Okay. Speed, range, armor. For Corsairs, Shades, and Dark Riders. That's such a weird pairing. Reaper Bolt Throwers, Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, Dark Shards. I mean, charge bonus, weapon strength is okay. These are only 1 point, though. Now, it only applies to rank 7 and up. Let me get some Cold One Knights. Lash Master. I'm not going to have a lot. I just can't afford a lot of those. Those are okay. I think, okay, so it looks like it's coming down to Shades or this. So the Shades, I can fight with them in a pinch, but that melee is not going to do a ton a lot of the time. Neither is the charge. The missile damage is nice, the 12%. This, however, this 8/8 on at least 2 units that I'm going to have, probably 5 of them in my army. Maybe 2 Blackguard of Nagorond and Harganath Executioner. I might even have 1 Witch Elf or 2 just to run around and put that debuff on people. So that's looking like I'd probably have somewhere between 5 or 6 of these units. This is a pretty good one. I might have 6 Shades at the end. It's possible. But let's start with Slaughterlord. So I think we can just go 1, 2, 3... I don't need anything else up here. This is kind of legit. I mean, giving everybody 5 extra leadership and charge bonus for 1 point and 100% charge resistance is okay. These guys don't have charge resist. So that might matter against like late game stuff. Especially because I'm not going to have Cav superiority, most likely. But is it worth getting in here? So if I get these 3, I have to waste a point on Rally, which is trash. So that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or would I rather just have Slaughterlord and something like Raid Leader? And then 1 point in the charge bonus thing. I think that's probably better. That's going to be better than Elven Healing, most likely. Because I already have so much regeneration. I think I do. Off of the Triumph of Evil plus the Hag. Okay, we can think. I think Slaughterlord definitely. That's 100%. We gotta get Slaughterlord.
The goddesses love traitor's blood.
Okay, so we hired that. We need to hire more. Let's hire him. What is this? Fearless. Oh, nice. Slave income by 10 in the local area. That's actually pretty, it's actually pretty good. Okay, let me put these items up here on the Death Hag before I forget. Some of these combat items that I just happen to have. If she can get them. I want the Dark Dimensions on her, though. 30% missile resist.
Noble of Nagoroth.
She can't have any of those things, can she? Okay, we can give it to the Canine Assassin then, I suppose. Look him up. Alright, what are some of his things here? Okay, this is actually interesting. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, he does a lot of missile damage. Holy crap. What? 800 missile damage? What the? How much ammo does he have? He has 50 ammo and does 800 damage? So he just constantly fires 2 projectiles. Now he has very short range though. That's a lot of damage. Usually the missile wards aren't really that good, but I guess they've stepped their game up here. Battle loot, scavenge. What is this stuff? Wait, count. 75% weapon damage. How much does he do in melee? Okay, so he is not very good in... His weapon strength is not that great in melee. But he does cause poison. He does have very high melee attack. He counts as a siege attacker. Okay, that's interesting. Virtually no charge bonus, no mounts. Stalker. I mean, I'm not really worried about that. Bound by contract. Okay, that's good. Okay, so he can do negative 16 leadership if he attacks people in the back. So you have to choose what you want, I guess. Or he can cause fear and have a charge bonus and get +5 against infantry. It's alright. Wait, how is that? Armor piercing missile damage plus 10%. 10% of 800 is 80. Okay, so he can fire while moving, so he just runs and fires a lot. Ammo, reload time, missile damage, Shroud of Darkness. Ooh. The Lord's Army, wow. The entire army gets vigor loss reduction, huge. Okay, we're going for that big time. That's crazy. Your entire Lord's Army. Vigor is huge. If you haven't seen any of my other videos about it, like vigor affects a lot about fighting. Like, and the more your units fight, the more tired they get usually. So anything that reduces vigor loss is massive. So that affects your melee attack, melee defense, your rate of fire, your accuracy, and your armor, I think. It's a lot of stuff. And everybody gets tired as they fight, unless they have special skills. And this is pretty insane. That's your entire army gets that buff. Okay, he has that. That's the same thing as Skaven have. It's a really nice debuff when you're trying to take down lords or dragons. Lords or heroes, rather. Okay. Cool. I think she'll be okay. We can put him over here with these guys. Then I want one more witch hag. I mean, heroes are expensive, but you gotta have them. There's... Okay, that's really good. Disciplined. Campaign movement's pretty nice too, but I think we're gonna go with disciplined. +2 melee is nice.
Such terrible concoctions.
Alright, alright. Okay, so we're waiting on this stuff. I'm sure I'm way over time, but I just had to look at some management stuff here. Okay, that's all good. Ooh. Oh, it doesn't cost anything to upgrade. I thought it would cost more growth. Okay. Bleak Sword, Dread Spears, Dark Shards. Okay, so I can hire some Dark Shards and Bolt Throwers. That's nice. What is this debuff again? I'm trying to remember. It lowers their... Melee defense. Yeah, so I want like 1 or 2 of those in my army probably, just to run around and flank in the back. And I mean, they're pretty good fighters anyways, but yeah, getting that, knocking off some of that melee defense would be nice. Okay, pull that up. So that's all finished. Don't need to hire anything. How are we looking on? Wait until after we kill this rebellion one more time, then we'll do the +8 everywhere, probably. Hold on to that one. This one I would not mind going ahead and experience. I want to wait until we get into a fight though with her. Okay, so now I have to decide how are we going to deal with this crap. We can either dash. Can we beat them even when we're tired? I'm trying to remember what they had. I think it was just like all marauders. We should be able to crush marauders. I think the problem is we just don't have the magic right now. I mean, they're gonna get that. $20 on 16.
Dark servant.
We could just normally walk over there. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get this down here.
With noble purpose.
Why can I not move? Oh, because I'm building something. I was gonna move over here so that maybe I could hire a couple of units, but I really don't need to. It's expensive.
Druki servant.
These units are so much stronger than theirs, I think. I really don't want to lose her though. If I had a sorceress, like no problem, I'd dash over there. But I am down 4 stacks of units, and they would all be exhausted. Whatever, I'm gonna do it.
Moving. Druki are not. Death is coming.
We'll live on the edge here. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna wait and level this up separately a little bit. That's gonna be the last turn on this episode. I'm not sure how long this is taking. I'm sure we're probably over time though. But whatever. Just wanted to check everything out, make sure everything's all set up. Bunch of cowards. Oh, that's gonna be frustrating. It's just gonna cause a bunch of rebellions. This is one thing I was kind of afraid of with Dark Elves. Is like if you could kind of get behind on the public order front, and then it's just like non-stop rebellions because you just have such terrible public order. I can't afford a 3rd army either because it's legendary and you have all these penalties. We are teching up, like we can do it. We're just getting out macroed here. I would say on the map, there's just so many backdoor shenanigans going on.
Asinine mortal.
I can take back Rakdos Gorge here. But this dude's just gonna run over and like take this stuff. He's gonna play a little ring around the rosy with me.
Feared warrior.
No.
I mean, these aren't that upgraded, but still, it's gonna be really annoying.
Yes.
I can just trade backdoors with him. Here's the thing, at this point, if I run down here, he's just gonna run over here, and then he's gonna take this, and then he's just gonna run around this circle with me. So I just have to kind of have to accept this is probably gone, this is gone. I can stop him here for sure. So the smarter play, I think, is just to say, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go through and take all your crap then if you're gonna do that to me. Usually trading like that is not ideal, but
Not displease me. Cease. Never.
okay, we'll figure it out next episode.
Displeased.
Okay, thank you very much, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.